If they aren't, why are you using yours and you don't?
Yeah, exactly, which I really like that.
And stainless steel corners again. These things will last where the other ones wouldn't. Here's the storage room again. Underneath storage. And then the rooms themselves, though, again, you know, just like those small ones that you
To tile all the way up.
that
Yep.
will be a huge maintenance help for us. And all the fountain, we think people want to flush toilets, but they aren't going to flush them. So this way we don't have to worry about it. And those are regular classrooms. This whole area here is the area that was an ad alternate. So those 10 classrooms wouldn't have occurred if we'd have come in over budget. The building would have stopped right here. That's why it's a wall is a little different, but that got added, so that added to capacity. If it hadn't have, it wouldn't have. And then you can see the storefront. See the skylights, how nice they are, adding in there. And then I'll show you upstairs how the inside classrooms have their own.
Now, what kind of glass do you have in?
It's safety glass. They wouldn't let us put it in without it.
Yeah.
But I think having that skylight up here, again, if we didn't have any more light, look how nice, and today isn't real well lit either. We put oak trim around there to give it another nice feel for there. So we got more restrooms up here, drinking fountains up here again, and the different color. A regular classroom's 900 square feet. They get a wardrobe closet in these, and the English rooms up here, we've even put a mirror in there for them. These are English and reading up here, so we gave them extra room for books to lock their books since they have them. And every room has a bubbler for them to drink, drinking fountain, file cabinets underneath, and we gave them extra amount for more individual computers than the rest of them. Downstairs, I forgot to mention to you, we have every window that opens on the top. We did that for security, because kids want to climb out, throw stuff out. Didn't cost any more, I just told them to reverse them, so you see down there, they all open on the top. Upstairs, they open on the bottom. And giving us that extra feeling, but 900 square foot is a pretty good sized room, and gives us, a nice flexibility. The teachers have 2 ways to set up their desks. Our phones are all computerized, VoIP system. These, you can look into the windows there. That's with the inside skylights, and look how light that is.
Oh, wow.
These are the only interior classrooms besides down. Again, you look at a box versus a long building and say, very few of those. But those teachers that have those rooms are already, these English people, already been in there, and they said, shoot, this is like a, outside room. So they're good. And different color again, hallway color. Pattern of here, this will be something we hope the kids will like as well as we go through.
We're labeling all these rooms so that we go through the punch list. Architect will do LST, we have to touch up paint here, so we're able to track all the rooms.
We put faculty restrooms on every wing so that they don't have to go where the kids are, and they'll have a key to them separate that no one else has those as well. Plus, they have storage by area. So English has their own storage, English has their own computer lab. Same thing with social studies and the others. And then we're gonna lead the English ones right into the library, just like we do, having space planning. We did the same thing with English and reading. Put them right next to the library.
Did you think about the keyless entry at any time?
We did.
Teachers? Because I know that's come up with loss of keys, blah, blah, blah.
We looked at that and researched that. Inside here, what we found is that one key will work for them for everywhere they need to go. But the keyless thing is weather and they say now that Phil's saying interesting enough, the technological gurus, just like your garage door, they can
Right.
get in there. Those keyless ones they can pick up too. So our security, national security people say, one, no outside doors on elementaries. If you're doing a new elementary, our Purple Sage changed. We have Emmett and Meridian has the same elementaries. When we did ours, we designed it differently, no outside doors because of security problems. And secondly, keyless entry things, there's recommending against those due to the fact that however they get in garage doors, they're picking up frequencies on those things. And like ATMs, you know, same thing with those. So we stayed away from that. This area here, again, opened up. We put another VP office up here, thinking, you know, future-wise, makes good sense. So even though we don't have that person used, they got a nice office, good, you know, access and control. And you can see, oh, we're gonna have to go the other way.
So when this is to capacity, how many VPs do you think you'll have?
5 when we are at full capacity. Right now, we got 2. There we go. I think we're the only school in the state of Idaho that has a library upstairs. There's some middle schools that do, but we looked at the idea of Caldwell, and our feedback from Caldwell says dreary, boxed in, you know, not access. We looked at Valley Views, cheerful as heck, but not good access. You know, that main corridor puts it so 7,500 square feet. You won't. They have their own individual study rooms. They have their own computer lab. They have their own individual rooms. They have down there another individual room. This is a college atmosphere. They're gonna have little stools and do their research. This is gonna have couches along here, bookshelves built in on the side, and skylights. How much nicer you're gonna have all this natural light and skylights. So we did an overkill. We could have. The trend in libraries now are 40% less size than what they are now because of electronics. We made the decision to say if we got a place where we're going to encourage research and studying, like colleges do, it makes sense to go with a larger facility. Because of these 3 spaces there and a nice area here, we think we will have accented that and pushed it. Otherwise, we could have cut it way down and give a few more of these computer stations and be done with it. But everything being wireless, you know, Wi-Fi the entire building, and we have laptops on carts that the kids can use. Mr. Luna, I guess, is going to have more laptops for us to use.
We're ready.
We'll be ready to use them. So, you've seen the gamut now. Any questions? You know, I think I explained to you how, you know, 2 years of planning gave us what we did, but the things we did differently, we looked at, and, you know, we did use Caldwell and Valley View, you're right, for, you know, help guiding us, but on the same token, my trip to California and Washington gave us a lot of opportunity to pick up things as well.
So your total planning time, you thought that was a 5-year span?
To completion.
2 years of building and a year and a half of getting the bond passed. We had a 75-person committee that worked on this bond diligently. Matt was a part of that, and we met hours with them discussing it, getting consensus, getting a number of yeses ready to go, and we got 89%, which is unheard of. Everyone around told us, you don't have a prayer to make that pass. The economy's starting to turn sour. People are skeptical. You know, getting 2/3 won't happen. And here we did the opposite, went almost 90%.
I think one of our threads we were talking about how Lewiston's having issues getting theirs passed. And can you take some lessons from you, Rich?
You know, I tried to help them the second time, and we got
No kidding, they can't get it passed.
60. When I helped them, we got 64%, and then this last time we dropped,
I know,
dived
that
off.
just-
That's your aunt, that's my aunt, sitting up there.
Yeah.
Joy,
I
yeah.
should brought
And I
that
talked
up.
to her last night, and they're not even gonna look at redoing it for another couple of years. So
Yeah.
it's on
They
their-
need it so bad.
Well, you know, the other thing that's interesting is this. Superintendent's interesting enough. We have 3 years of longevity, and then either we leave voluntarily or they fire us.